Fatal error. Oh, Bitcoin Core. You silly old dinosaur, kind of, in some ways. Yes, Bitcoin is a dinosaur in some ways. Alright. I think I'm gonna have to go with taking my head off for headphones. Let's see here. I honestly don't know how to share the link on YouTube for my live stream. Like, I need to figure that one out. Oh man, I can't have phone calls going off too. Okay, there we go. Yeah, this is the Monday evening high altitude investing live stream. It's usually more kick back, relax, look at some trades and stuff. It's a little bit more of a welcome, Robbie. I had just seen your email, by the way, and I was gonna get back to you as soon as possible. So it's good to see you. Everybody that hasn't been on the live stream before, there's a few things that I'll point out to you once we get some more people here. I'm just trying to get everybody in the loop here. Live on YouTube. Cool. Yeah, I need to figure out. Yes, welcome, Space Flood. I need to figure out how to share this live stream link. Does anybody have the link they can drop me in the Discord chat? Speaking of which, anybody that hasn't joined the Discord, I recommend joining it. This link expires though, so you have to click on it within the next like 30 minutes. I believe that's one's an expiring link. You can look through my Twitter to find the one that doesn't expire if you want to, but I usually just drop it during the live stream. And we're gonna be looking at a few different coins today. Somebody keeps trying to call me. I want some people to do suggestions too, so if you have some you want me to look at, go ahead and let me know. There's a couple that I've been really paying attention to right now though, so I'm gonna check them over, look at them. Let's see here, interactive chart. So I'm just going to be looking at the XRP here first, actually. And also, okay, yeah, I'll check Golem over for sure. Thanks for the input. Also, if you guys want to check out this website with some courses, there's a free course, 2 free courses, and then I also have a promotion code for the lifetime membership along with the course, and I'll drop that promotion code right here. And I highly recommend checking this out. I've just barely gotten started on it, and I really like Lumbridge City. His channel is excellent, and he's a really good teacher. So if you want to get 20% off, you guys can use this code. And if you want to check that out, it's also in the description. I recommend looking at it. Lots of good information to learn there. So, all right. I think I have to get this price scale reset here. Yep, there we go. Sometimes you can't see exactly what's going on, and this is tradingview.com, by the way, if you don't know, if you're new to the live stream. This is tradingview.com, and this is what I use to check charts out, because like, yes, there's Poloniex, but Poloniex is usually a little bit slow, so I like to use TradingView, and then I do my orders over on Poloniex. That way it's completely free. Yes, if it forks, then I think there's something going on where there will be what's called BCU and BTC, which stands for or let's see, BTU and BTC, and that stands for Bitcoin Unlimited and Bitcoin, or no, it is BCU. Bitcoin Unlimited and Bitcoin Core. Basically, it's the two different developments in Bitcoin. You can go to CoinDance, and it's, let's see, CoinDance, Bitcoin, something like this. Yeah, coin.dance. I'll drop the link right here. This is a way that you can check what nodes are currently dominant in the Bitcoin voting, because basically Bitcoin works as miners vote on what code they want, and once a certain amount of miners say that this is what they want in their code, then Bitcoin will fork. And right now it's actually interesting because if you look at the Bitcoin Unlimited nodes, we have this huge jump up in Bitcoin Unlimited nodes, and I think people are really thinking that Bitcoin Unlimited is going to actually become a real thing, which could cause some significant issues down the road. You know, there's just steady trending here, as you can see this green line. And by issues, it would just mean that Bitcoin would fork into two separate coins. Now, most exchanges would have, I believe what they've been discussing is they will have a BCU and a BTC. So the Bitcoin Classic people or the Bitcoin Core people. And I think they're just going to have it two separate things, which would damage the price of Bitcoin probably temporarily. But you have to understand that all software, if we want it to develop, has to update. And the way that cryptocurrencies update is they fork, or they soft fork. So I think long term it might not really be too big of an issue, especially since we're just going to go ahead and fix any problems that come up. I don't think there will be anything too catastrophic that we can't, fix. People are pretty good programmers in this day and age. It's basically the language of the future, so there's a lot of people that know a lot about programming. I know a little bit, but I wouldn't say I'm super educated. Alright, on programming, that is. So, this is what I see in Ripple. This is what is a 1, 2, 3 bottom formation is considered. But it's not officially, you wouldn't officially enter as a 1, 2, 3 bottom trader until it breaks this point here. So right here it just hit this similar resistance line. What we're looking for XRP to do is actually break that resistance line. If we see XRP pull through and break that resistance line in the next little while, then as a 1, 2, 3 bottom formation trader, that would be a good entry point. But I will say that there's a 1, 2, 3 bottom right here, kind of a continuation one, and it does look pretty bullish, like it might turn around. And I think there's quite a bit of investors behind this. It's just been taking a while to actually turn over. Let me get the volume on. Sometimes I forget to turn on volume as an indicator, and that's pretty important, because if you want to see real big moves, see, this is a lot of volume right here, and you're looking for high volume when you want something to make a big move. It made a pretty big move right here actually, and there's a lot of volume behind it, but it fell through again. So yeah, we'll see what happens in XRP, but that's what I'm waiting for it to do, is break this 1, 2, 3 bottom formation. You can Google those if you want to. It's something that's common in stock trading also. So this is just my opinion. You also have to remember that. But I have been trading for quite some time now, so I have a pretty good idea. Oh yeah, thank you. Wow, I don't know why I forgot to switch. I did that last live stream. I really gotta get in the groove with switching my screen here. Sorry guys, I apologize for that. Yes, sorry about that. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I think XRP might break out of this 1, 2, 3 bottom formation. So I'll show you what I'm pointing out one more time. Yeah, go ahead and check out digitalcurrencytraders.com, and this website is pretty cool. I have a promotion code. and there's a lot of good information and courses that I highly recommend. But yeah, so this is what's called a 1, 2, 3 bottom formation. Now that you can see my screen, right? Yeah, everybody can. Yeah, I think it probably will actually, Robbie. So I'm waiting for it to turn over here. We'll see what it does. Now this is 1, 2, 3 bottom. So basically the way that this is determined is when it hits a new low. So that's defined when this wick came down to right here, and it hit this new low right here at 420 Satoshi. So it went down and it hit this new low, and then it came up to test an old high. So this is an old high back here around this area, and that's the 2 point. That's when you define the 2 point. And the 3 point is when it comes back to retest that low and doesn't go below it. And what you're looking for as a 1, 2, 3 bottom trader is good entry points are generally when it breaks this 2 point. So if I just draw a trend line at that 2 point, a good entry point is if it breaks that 2 point. So it came up and touched this 2 point, which is a pretty good indication that it might go above it soon. And this might be a good entry point. And if you set your stop losses, then it doesn't really matter. If you know this, I feel like this is a good trade and might be a good entry. And if you set your stops in the right spot, then you won't risk too much. That's what risk management is for, is to set stop losses and not trade too much of your account balance at once. But what you see here is this 1, 2, 3 bottom formation happen, and we're waiting for it to break either above or fall out. So it's either going to do one of the two, and I usually enter after it breaks above. It just touching it here like doesn't really tell me that it's broken above it yet with a lot of momentum, but it does tell me that it's on a bullish trend on the short term, and it may be a good entry point. So those are things you want to keep in mind. So your entry point's the most important thing, and your exit. So yeah, let's go ahead and check out Golem now, because this is one that's been doing really well. And can you guys hear me fine, by the way, too? I have my microphone. It's a new microphone I got recently, and I wanted to make sure the sound is working good on it. Alright. So Golem. Usually what I'm looking for when I trade, especially with these type of candlesticks, this is a different type of candlestick, and you can go ahead and change it right here on your trading view. You can right click on it and do format, and you can choose what style of candlestick. And I like these ones more actually because it's an average of the price movement. That's how the bodies are formed. I mean, the wicking still shows a full price, movement, but like you can kind of see like the more generalized price action. And when I'm trading, I kind of like that more. So I generally look with these candlesticks instead. So when you're trading these candlesticks, you enter on a twist. So right here is a twist. This is when you twist into a green zone, and after the second candlestick you'd enter. So right here, and then you'd close after the second red candlestick on every twist, hopefully making some profit. So that doesn't always happen, but if it's trending up, that's what you'd usually want to do. So you'd close right here and you'd enter right here, or actually about right here you'd enter, and you set your stops every time there's dojis. So you'd set your stop right there, and therefore be stopped out on this move down, and then you would enter again right here on the shift, ride it up and wait for the inverse and sell out. This one I feel like is doing pretty well right now. Let me go ahead and get the volume again. I don't know why I don't have the volume indicator. That's a pretty important indicator to have. Volume's really important. That's something to keep in mind. See, as we can see this volume right here, it's a pretty good indicator, and it doesn't lag a lot. So there's a lot of volume right here, and it's very bullish, and so you can usually assume that a temporary pullback is expected, but there could be a continuation of that bull move. And this, this could pull back a little bit, but I would be looking for a good entry point on a pullback, and then I would see if I could ride the bull move as it goes up, because it is going up right now. So the bullish players, the uptrend, the buyers are controlling this market right now. And once the sellers come in, you'll see, and it's usually happens for at least for a little while along all uptrends, is you'll have some sell-offs. But when the sellers come in, that's when you want to be entering and looking for good entry points. Anybody have Steam? Yes, I can check over Steam for you. Welcome, people that just got here. Newer viewers to the live stream. It's been good to go live for you guys a lot lately. I've been trying to do it more. I feel like it's really good because I can get hands-on with the community, and you guys can ask me questions, and that it's more like hands-on with the community, and I feel like that's important. So I'm gonna go ahead and copy joining the Discord chat. If you haven't joined the Discord, go ahead and hop on that real quick. Oops, where did I go here? Wow. Anyways, so Steam is doing very, very well. Basically what we had was a flat bottom. Now this happens a lot in crypto too, is these little flat bottoms where the most movement you see is just a little bit of pump up here and a little bit of fall back. So if you were trading this, if you were looking around on the day, like I missed this signal, but right now we're in a pullback, and this is actually a pretty good entry point. And if you set your stop in a good spot, like maybe right here at 0.000132, then if this does continue going up, this could be a good trade to hop in on. Steam is definitely one that has a lot of users. You can actually go to steemit.com. I recommend checking out like websites to cryptocurrencies, because if you look at their website, then you can kind of get an idea for the actual amount of effort has been putting into it, because a good website indicates a lot of effort in somebody's idea or company. It really does. So if you want to go ahead and check out the Steemit website, then I recommend it. And there's a lot of people on here. You can go to the hot, and it's basically bloggers, and they get paid to blog, and it upvotes good content. So the idea behind it is it rewards good content, viewers that are, bloggers that are bloggers that are putting a lot of effort into their articles and stuff get rewarded in money, real money, that they can sell out if they feel like it, or put into more Steam power, which is more influence in the Steam world. Then you can see how there's actual users behind it. There's this crazy YouTuber Craig Grant. I don't know if you've ever heard of him, but he uses Steam like every day. He's a crazy dude, but I really like to watch his videos sometimes. He has some interesting ideas, and he basically blogs on Steam every day. So I think you can just search Craig Grant on here and probably find him. But there's lots of people that use it, so that means people are actually adapting this technology, which is important. Now, I will say that it's had a pretty bad inflationary, low demand, high supply issue in the past, which has brought it to come for a long time on this downtrend. But it looks like it may have made a nice little 1, 2, 3 flat bottom here, and it looks like it's on the bull end again. And a lot of these alts really are looking bullish right now, and Bitcoin looks kind of bearish. But I will say that if Bitcoin's the one I'm going to do next, because it's really important, because all of these are traded against Bitcoin. And so if you're not looking at Bitcoin's price, then you're missing out on a lot of the important price action inside of cryptocurrency, because it's still majority of the market. speaking of which, go to CoinDance, and you can see these nodes, and you can see that Bitcoin Core. Oh, sorry about that. My microphone slipped. You can see that Bitcoin Core nodes are actually up right now, or down right now a little bit. I mean, overall they're still up a little bit right now. So the amount of nodes in general are up right now, which is something to pay attention to. But there's more Bitcoin Unlimited nodes growing. There's a sure uptrend here, which could cause a fork, which is something to be aware of, which could cause a dump in the price. But it really depends on what happens here. So if we look at the Bitcoin interactive chart, yeah, that's interesting. I didn't know that, Robbie. I actually pay more attention to price action and less attention to news personally. I mean, I do like to watch like the Cryptoverse sometimes and like pay attention to some news, read some articles, but I really pay attention to price action. And that's just because of the style of trader I am. But I will say that, you know, Bitcoin is making a nice pullback right now, actually. If you look at its price, it's been pulling up right now. As you know, it did dump off quite significantly. Yes, we lost a lot of market cap. We have to realize that alts are kind of doing a lot right now too, and that can affect the price of Bitcoin. I will say that there's some speculation on the fork, but every single time that there's speculation on the fork, before there's speculation, right here there's a lot of speculation, right? Especially right here. If you look at Google Trends, you can go look at when there's a lot of speculation on the fork, and it's always at these really low points. It's always fudding up the Bitcoin market. There's a lot of speculation on forks in these areas. You can look at the Google Trends. You look Bitcoin fork on Google Trends, and you'll see this follows right along with the lines on Bitcoin. There's a ton of FUD at really low points in Bitcoin, and it always pumps up afterwards. So if history repeats itself, and since the uptrend is still intact, then Bitcoin, in my opinion, isn't done making its move up. Now, it really just completely depends on, you know, multiple factors. There is more kind of in the game right now because of the Bitcoin Unlimited nodes and stuff like that, but really, like, Bitcoin does pretty well, and until it breaks its trend line, I don't really see much of a downtrend in Bitcoin. It's still inside, you know, it's still inside of its trend line. It's a little bit below its pitchfork because there's a pretty, like, obvious Bitcoin pitchfork, and let me just go ahead and pull it into the pitchfork here. So if you look at Bitcoin in this pitchfork, which is a drawing tool, it is like at the very bottom of support right now in this pitchfork. So what we're looking for is it to break below its trending, but it hasn't done that yet. And so until it does, and because I can still use Bitcoin, I'm still saying Bitcoin isn't dead. And I still say it isn't the worst buy right now. And if you have stops, then it doesn't really matter because that, you know, that's you have your risk under control if you know how to set your stops right. But Bitcoin is clearly inside of this trending area here, and I'm watching it, and it looks like it could continue doing its uptrend. But like I said, it's all speculation, and that's just what I look for. Yes, I will show you the Google Trends actually. Thank you. So you can go to Google Trends. And then you type in Bitcoin. We're actually, I don't even think we're in the most searched time of Bitcoin Core right now in Google. We might be coming up on the second most searched time. Or Bitcoin fork, I mean, excuse me. Bitcoin fork. So this is the past 5 years. Alright, so we did just surpass that. So we did that recently. There has been more speculation than ever before on the fork. So we did pass our previous high, but when I was looking at this chart last, we didn't pass our previous high. So we look here at this high. If I can get my mouse. This is August 22nd, 2015. Now let's cross-correlate to the Bitcoin chart. Let's see, August 22nd, yeah. Just wanted to make sure I was right there. Cross-correlate to the Bitcoin chart. All right. What area are we in here? Interesting. Where is this? Hold on, I'm trying to find this. August. Alright. August. And 2016 though. So August 22nd of 2016. Where is this? I wish TradingView showed you the exact month it was on. I'm trying to find that. I can't see it here. I'm trying to find the exact month I'm on the candlesticks here. Sorry guys, I'm lagging a little bit behind here. I'm just trying to find this. Okay, August. Here is August 22nd. So around right here, last year, so at one of its lowest points, there was the most talk about Bitcoin forking. And then look what happened after that. So, I mean, you know, there's one. Now let's go look at, and that's the most talk we've had. The other important talk of Bitcoin forking was right here, and this was March 16th of 2013. Now this one was actually pretty important too. So let's go ahead and hop on the week chart here so that we can see a little bit more of the Bitcoin history. Now in right here, March, right before this huge bull run where it comes up to here, there's a lot of discussion about a Bitcoin hard fork. So, I mean, you know, we are in the highest point right now. We've searched it more times recently than ever before, but it's also more important than ever before because we have more fees than ever before because Bitcoin is so valued right now. It's so high in value that we have to figure something out for an update. So, you know, it's just important to look at all the perspectives of the market because a lot of FUD can kind of blind you to maybe a good buy opportunity. And my personal buying plan in Bitcoin right now is buy until it breaks its trend. So until it breaks its trend, buy, especially in these red areas when it's dumping off and there's a lot of FUD until it breaks this trend, because that's proven to work in the past for me. So that's usually what I'm, you know, thinking on Bitcoin right now. Let's go ahead and check out another one. Anybody have any suggestions? Yeah, no problem. You're welcome, Play Awards. Anybody have some suggestions for a coin? I can do a couple more here real quick. Probably about 15 more minutes of streaming. Let's see what. Make sure nobody's hit me up. Yeah. I'm sorry guys at the start for like the 15 minutes of just my face because I didn't have the screen on on my screen. I didn't have the screen turned on my screen. Okay, yeah, I'll do Augur and Ethereum. Great suggestions. Okay, so we'll start with Ethereum here. Well, actually, let's start with Augur because I've done Ethereum really recently. I'll still do Ethereum, but I've kind of looked over Ethereum in my last couple of videos too. So I'm going to start with Augur because there's two people that asked that real quick. All right. So if I'm day trading this, I usually hop on 1 minute candlesticks actually, So it really depends on what type of trader you are. You have to remember to, develop your trading plan and all of that stuff. But if you don't, if you don't have a plan, if you don't know how long you're planning on holding a trade or whatever, or you don't know like how you're going to set your stops, what rules you follow, because you want to have a set of rules that works in a specific market for you. That's really important. I have a video on that too, you can go ahead and check out. But this is a bottom formation right here on the 1 minute, and it does look pretty bullish right now. Looks like it might go up, and these charts are live. That's why I like these trading view charts. It's live. You can see the live price action, which is important to learn. It's really important to sit and watch live price action so you can get a feel for a market and understand your, what makes you sell, what makes you buy, so that you can kind of counter plan for that. Now this, I wouldn't say this is the best entry, but it is breaking out of this, and if it does break this, then you might have an entry in this area that would be pretty good. So I would look for that, or even in this area you could shoot for and see if it does break that. But it is in a bull trend right now, and as a buyer, right now, I would be looking to be selling out if I had bought in one of these better entry points. That's day trading perspective. Let's look at a little bit more time, because I know a lot of you guys like the longer time frame. So I'm still waiting for, in the longer time frame, we're still waiting for it to break previous resistance. But I will say that it doesn't look like a terrible entry point, and I was telling people to buy it because of this formation here. It looks pretty good to me. And it looks like the bullish players have taken over since that formation. So we'll see what happens in this market, but it might not be a terrible entry, but I would look for some downtrending for a better entry on the long term. But it does look like it could go up quite significantly. And remember, the most important thing is entry and how long you plan on holding the trade, and so you want to have a plan. Now let's go ahead and look at Ethereum. I'm going to look at Ethereum against the dollar too. I find people forget to check against the dollar, and that's pretty important. So Ethereum made a huge 1, 2, 3 bottom formation. I was telling people to buy in this area because of the bullish engulfing. Well, I started really telling people to buy around here, but I noticed that it was making some bullish moves around here, and ever since then we've seen steady increase in volume, and it's very, very bullish right now. I will say that I'm kind of waiting for it. If you check on the 45 minutes, come on, chart. Come on. Wow. This chart is being ridiculously slow right now. Follow me on Twitter while I'm waiting for this to load. At high altitude, INV. Alright, so there we go. This is the Bitcoin chart. What a troll. Ethereum. Yeah, basically I think Ethereum is going up, and I'm waiting for it to break out of its, I'd be better against Bitcoin. I'm waiting for it to break out of its triangle formation that it's in right now. So it's kind of in a triangle formation right now, and I'll show you what I mean by that. If I go at the bodies of these candles here, we have this steady trending here. Now once it comes through the candle, so at this point right here, you would want to enter the trade. Wow. You would want to enter the trade, and if it breaks above this triangle, and you put the line at the body of the top of this, if it breaks above this triangle here, then you would expect it to continue trending up. and if it falls out below this triangle, you'd expect it to continue trending down. That's my thoughts on Ethereum, and actually same with ETC. I believe it's making the same formation, and somebody wanted me to go over that real quick. Yeah, it is a pretty good sell spot, I will say that, because you want to be entering when everybody else is selling out and dumping completely in the bottom, these areas. You want to be entering when everybody else thinks the market is dead, you know, when Bitcoin is dead. When there's maximum FUD in the market, sometimes that can be a good entry point. Now, that's not every time, but sometimes it can be. ETC, in my opinion, is actually a pretty good buy, and it did what I was looking for it to do in this huge formation here that it made. I was looking for it to break this area, and when it did that, that's when I started putting more money in ETC. So I'm thinking bullish on ETC, but look for a good target entry and make sure you have your plan on holding it, how long you want to hold it, and whether you're day trading it. So let's see, what was the other one? MadeSafe, I'm still thinking long on MadeSafe. You know, honestly, that's not a bad buy right now. The best one that I've got, the best trade I'm in on right now is my Zcash trade at 0.0305 is my entry point, 0.0305 Bitcoin. But you know, this is a pretty bullish looking trend here in Made. I will say that it has been on the downside for a little while, and this looks like it could be a turnaround, but you want to you know, really pay attention to your entries. That's the most important thing. Like I said, I can tell you that this chart may or may not go up or down. I will say it's in a small bull trend right now, but until you've looked at the live price action and know when to hop in, it's usually better to be focusing on where you're entering. So like right here in Made, if I was trading this long term, then I would say that this isn't a terrible entry long term, but you could do better. You know, you could usually get in at a better spot. So what you're looking for is the best spots to hop into the market to maximize your profit and minimize your risk, and that's what the goal is. So any other questions? Yeah, I'm still holding my Zcash Lumbridge. I have a stop on it, so that's what I'm just banking on as my stop loss. So we'll see. Storage is on Poloniex. Thanks everybody for tuning in today. Quickly go ahead and check out digitalcurrencytraders.com. Sign up for these free courses, and also check out this lifetime membership and entry into the course and community here for $449. And I think that's a fair price for what you're getting with this information and lifetime membership, hands-on, you know, learning here. He sends you emails through the process, and it's a really good thing to check out. And if you use my promotion code, I'll go ahead and drop it. You can follow me on Twitter too. I have it pinned. Then you can sign up with the promotion code and get 20% off. I appreciate everybody tuning in today. Thank you so much for joining me for my live stream, and I will catch you guys on the next video, probably tomorrow. Well, yes, tomorrow actually, because I upload every day except Fridays. You can go ahead and tip me if you like with my Bitcoin tip jar. It's this QR code. So, or in the description, I have my donation also. I appreciate every donation. And yeah, you guys stay profitable on all of your trading. Go ahead and let me know if you have any questions. I always try and help people out as best I can. And thank you for tuning in. As always, stay profitable.